Unpopular opinion by most, but I believe struggle love is one of the most realest forms of love. I really do. To me, it shows somebody's true character. Disclaimer: when I talk about struggle love, I'm not talking about loving somebody who's cheating on you or doing you wrong, beating on you. I'm not talking about all that. You know, somebody who's spending all your money, manipulating you, lying to you, cheating. I'm not talking about all that. I'm talking about that ramen cup noodle love. That air mattress love. You sleeping in the air mattress, T sleeping on that king size. You know what I'm saying? You sharing the car till you both got Bentleys. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? You thinking about vacations, see you really living them. That's the type of love I'm talking about. I'm talking about somebody who's down in the trenches with you. You're not where you want to be, and your certain current circumstances got you, a little, you know, and that person's with you. That person see your goal. That person sees your vision. They with you through thick and thin. I think that's one of the most realest forms of love, to be honest with you. All that, get with me at the finish line type love, call me when you accomplished, that hey, big head, 10 years later when you finally made it. I think that's all just fake. I think it's a facade. I think it's just like, oh, you can finally do something for me. But somebody who sticks it out with you, I think that's real. I think that's really real. Because it mimics life. It really mimics life. Life, you're going to go up and down. You're going to go up and down. So why get with somebody now who's up? You know what I'm saying? And then when they down, you might not like them no more. When they down, you see their real character. Or when they down, they see your true character, versus somebody who's with you when you ain't have nothing. Somebody who believed in you when you was, building that foundation. Like I said, it's a very unpopular opinion. Some people feel like it reminds them of, their younger years or a bad relationship or trauma, whatever the case may be. And I get that, you know. But for me, I feel like it's one of the most realest forms of love. I think that's why a lot of rich people, they don't love for real. They know it's a fallacy to them because anybody they get with don't know the true them. Everybody they get with, they always got this, they feel like they got an ulterior motive versus really loving them and being with them for them. Especially in this world that we in now. People's always looking out for self. So to have somebody who's really with you, when you ain't got jack, to me that's real. I said disclaimer, I'm not talking about somebody who's with you, cheating on you, lying on you. I'm not talking about that. That's not struggle love. That's just misalignment and no self-love. Like I said, this is a very unpopular opinion. I know a lot of women say, I ain't with no struggle love. You got to come with it. I get that because you probably invested with somebody or invested in somebody and they didn't do nothing with it. And you lost time, money, energy. I get that. But I'm talking about proper alignment with the proper people. Somebody who's showing fruit. They might not got a whole, the fruit tree might not be abundant, but they got some fruit coming from that tree that they planted, from the seeds that they planted. That's what I'm more so talking about. That's why I see it. Like I said, all that finish line love, if it's not really a proper alignment and y'all really sync, I wouldn't trust it. That's just me. I wouldn't trust it. But somebody who's with you in the trenches, genuinely with you, to me, that's real love. That's real love. Let me know how y'all feel about that. This is your favorite cousin Rich. Y'all be safe out there. Love and blessings.